With Canada Day over, we're officially in the throes of summer travel season. Jody Robbins is back with us today to talk about the latest travel trends and how you can use them to your advantage when planning last-minute trips this summer. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Something we were talking about just before the break.
Yeah.
Traveling for likes on social media. This is a thing.
It really is, and we've all done it. You know, you get envious of what you see on your friends' Facebook and Instagram feeds, and 40% of millennials value Instagrammability when choosing their next vacation destination.
So they actually choose their location based on how many likes they think they might get.
Yeah,
Wow.
yes, that, and they also get inspiration from seeing other accounts. So we've got some great accounts we can follow locally, like Travel Alberta and Explore Canada, perhaps even Travels with Baggage. But yeah, people, it's a great way to be part of a community if you're joining these conversations on social media. Today's Tuesday, it's Travel Tuesday. So if you follow that hashtag on Instagram and Twitter, you'll get even more trip planning inspiration.
So this clearly, you were saying millennials, they're doing this more than the older people.
But the Gen X group, we're not too far behind.
I'm curious, when you're planning travel, a lot of people talk about using, air miles and Aeroplan and points and things like that.
Yeah.
Is it too late to use them now?
Yeah.
You still have time? Because usually you have to book well in advance.
Which is not always the case. So over the weekend, as it was raining, I looked up on Aeroplan the top 3 places that Calgarians like to use their Aeroplan points for. And that, from Calgary, it's Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. I found loads of availability, direct flights for 2 people. And this is the last 2 weeks in August. I mean, you can search other times. That's just when I have free. There is a ton of availability out there. It really depends on the cities you're going to. Aeroplan is really evolving into more of a travel and leisure program where you're able to earn miles at even more touch points. And starting in July 2020, they're going to be adding new flights, new airlines, new destinations.
Now, that's in Canada. What about if you
Canada.
want to explore, outside our borders?
Yeah, well, you sure can, because I also looked up Frankfurt and London Heathrow. And for Heathrow, loads of availability, tons of direct flights from Calgary. Several flights to Frankfurt, not all of them were direct. But, I mean, we're, 5 weeks out from what we are looking at. So don't always think long term, still think short term.
Right.
And the thing to do to maximize your miles is to use a credit card that lets you accrue miles as you spend.
Right.
But local partners, I think a lot of people don't realize, local partners like the Fairmont Hotels, Home Hardware, the UPS store, Avis Budget Rental Car, they'll give you even more bang for your buck.
So it's not just flights.
And it's not just flights, yeah. And you can use those miles for things like car rentals and spa services, restaurants, attractions. But those local partners give you even more Aeroplan points.
So last summer, it seemed to be a big thing, staying within Canada.
Yeah.
Is that still big this year?
It really is. So that 150 effect has carried on. Last year we welcomed 20 million international visitors to Canada. And the first quarter of 2018, we hit a record high. So 3 million international overnight visitors came in. That doesn't sound like a huge number, but that's really our low season, that first quarter. Yeah, so it's expected to be another banner year.
So there you go. You don't have to think big. You can think small, staying right here within Canada.
Yeah, sure can.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.